Hey Gloomers, welcome back to Nerdhaven. Today I'm going to be live streaming some scripting and tabletop simulator, putting together some scenarios for Crimson Scales. So if you do not want to be spoiled about any of the scenarios, I think I'm going to be doing scenario 27 and maybe 28. So you'll at least get a little bit of a sense of what's going to be laid out in those scenarios. So if you want to avoid that, maybe don't watch this one. Let me just give me 1 second. I'm going to get this link. All right. Alright, so here I am in Tabletop Simulator. I already have Crimson Scales loaded in, and these are the memory bags of the classes that I have left to script. I have a little tool here that helps with some of the scripting, although there are certainly some limitations to it, so I'm going to have to do some manual editing in Lua with a notepad afterwards. So first things first, let's place what we have here. And I also want to make sure that my grid is aligned correctly. And it is. So I always like to take a look at special rules before I get too far. We have to nominate a character to hold an orb. Or who's locked. All characters start with immobilize. Okay. I don't know what A, B, and C are yet. But I'm assuming we will find out. And given this room is locked, I'm going to guess we have to go through here and backtrack. So we'll find out what those are. You know what? I'm going to look ahead just because maybe these don't spawn until later on. All right. We go through here. Both doors open at the same time. Huh, interesting. Okay. So when we open one, it actually opens both. We have a special Savas Ice Storm that's a boss, and it's going to have a unique calc for hit points. It's got some unique immunities as well. And it's going to use the boss monster ability deck. I'm actually going to need to create a custom monster in order to be able to do that. So I'll put the correct name in afterwards in the LUA, but we won't be able to get it working until I create that unique enemy. So C is for wind demons, A is for frost demons, B is for stone golems. And it looks like the boss bounces between the two rooms. Alright, so I'm going to not have these A, B, and C tokens show up until they open that door. I also don't want to use these tokens because we're going to have them assigned to the actual doors themselves, so they're going to be part of the UI instead. I'm going to create a custom enemy because it uses the boss deck. Oh, you know, I'm actually not positive if I need to do that anymore. I don't know if there's an ability to swap the enemy deck from the scenario script or not. I don't think there is, but I'll double check that. Do you know if there is? Yeah, I know. I recognize your name, Dareth. One other thing that I like to do is I like to manually place the doors because I've found that in these memory bags, because they use 2D tiles, a lot of times they're upside down, and particularly with the doors, it seems to be a kind of a common thing that I've come across, and it's just easier to not deal with that. Okay, cool. It looks like there is there may be a way to just set it as a boss. Take a look at that. All right, back to this room. All right, we got to set our starting hex tiles. I keep a little, I made myself an infinity bag here so I can just pull from there. And we need to load some bosses. Or some of these. Alright, Frost Demon. Ice Storm. Stone Golem. And Wind Demon. Cool. Thanks for checking that for me. Be it. Alright. So, for anyone who hasn't done this before, we actually have to change the name of these enemies. And what we do is we indicate the level of the enemy that spawns depending on the player count. So in order, it goes 2-player count, 3-player count, 4-player count, and it's a 0 for none, a 1 for normal, and a 2 for an elite. This one's going to be normal for all 3-player counts. Alright, here's my first room. Added that room. Now I can spawn my second room. Which is really both of them. Alright. Trying to remember how I did a double door before. I think we just delete both of them, but there might be something in the script I have to do that. I think I'm going to remove the open mechanic from the open action from the second door. It just won't show as a button there at all. don't need these bags anymore. And I believe this is it. Just a quick one. All right. So here's my script. Here's where I define the short name. So it's going to be CS27. The long name, which is Frostbite Cavern. I've already gone through and put together all these scenarios that I have left of what scenario book and section book pages I need. So this names the campaign, includes the section book and scenario book page information. Okay, so first dark fog here. Which one is which? Well, I'm just gonna give it a shot. Normally that wouldn't be an issue because we would see only one opening at a time and we would know. But we're gonna remove this rooms. We'll put a 2 token here. Rock column from 2 opens all of them. Is that gonna get rid of the door? I wonder if this door won't go away without that. I probably have to leave it. Good catch. Thank you. I've never done that before. You have a very good eye. You pick up a lot of stuff. Alright, I'm gonna come back to that door. I'm gonna try it, but I don't think that's gonna work correctly. I think this is base equals boss. And deck. Also boss. Let me see here. So token A is negative, which means the door that's negative should be the one. Yeah, so these are marked correctly. And this has some hit points. H times C. I think these actually need to be down here. Yeah. I think I need to add it back, but I'm just going to try it without at least. I also need HP. And don't remember the syntax for the immunities. I think it's just immune. If you're interested, anyone else who's watching, there's a page on GitHub that has a lot of this documentation that shows what's possible and whatnot. So this would be under scenarios. Stats immunities. Hey Brandon, what's going on? So we need stun, disarm, immobilize, poison. Push and pull. And I think this is all we needed to edit. I'm going to give this a shot. If you ever get an error message like this, it'll tell you what line it's on. Sometimes if it's an on load, then it's sort of like the whole thing, but I appear to be missing a bracket somewhere. Yeah, I love Notepad++. There's actually this really awesome text editor that integrates with Tabletop Simulator, but I haven't really gotten comfortable with it yet. It also integrates with GitHub. You can sort of do version control there too. Missing 2. Brandon, this guy Dareth, he lives on the West Coast. You would love him. He's 15, but he'd run circles around half the people we work with. Cool, no errors. Alright, I'm gonna save this. I've actually made that joke to him before. Fortunately, he's a little too young, but I don't know, in a few years maybe. And we also need to tag this as a scenario. I like to keep the memory bag off to the side here while I test it. Alright. We have 27. That's a good sign. That's not a good sign. Yeah, I've rather than deal with like when there's custom enemies and whatnot, I just have been loading the whole thing. Plus, if there's custom conditions, I have the conditions set to load. Those are on the Gloom API that's on the box. Hey, Dunya, how's it going? I don't know why that error kicked out. Seems like maybe it has something to do with the doors. Because they did not load. You know what? I bet it's actually the fact that there's a door without rooms. Because it was defined as a door instead of an object or whatnot. Alright, let's try it again. Alright, let's see if it works this time. I see doors, that's a good sign. Cool. And that still says open. There was with all the immunities, that looks good. It is not using the boss deck. Look at that in a second. And what was the scenario? Yep, that's it. There with you. Same page as me. That's exactly what I think it is, so I'm gonna try that as well. I don't remember what scenario it was that had double doors. That I don't think it was Tinkerer. Maybe one of the Ruin Maw ones that I did. I don't think it was this one. Yeah, I'll catch you up on it. Night, Brandon. This one did have double doors. Wasn't the one I was. I don't think it's the one. Oh, maybe it is. I don't know. But there are double doors at the end of it. Sure, this is thrilling. Yeah, I guess they were just both marked that way. Alright, not a big deal. I do need to try to fix that deck though. Search. Good call. Call it the ice bound or something. This error is okay. Just this book has some features that will only work when it's on the table, so. The ice bound. Okay. Try again. I think for Christmas this year, it's going to be time for a new CPU and motherboard. Alright, that's a good thing. I have a boss deck. Red base. Get the immunities. Good. Cool. Well, that is scripting a scenario. I'm going to cut the stream here. Hopefully this was educational for anyone who is interested. And I got a new video card last year. My current processor is 8 years old. It's actually not even compatible with Windows 11, so it's pretty dated. It was a 4th gen Intel i5, and they're on, I think, 12th gen now. So yeah, all this stuff will load faster, and it'll just save me some time and better performance and whatnot. Cool. All right, well, I'm going to end the stream. Hopefully, again, that was informative. If anyone out there is interested in starting to script any scenarios, I'm always happy to help out. So if anyone has any questions on how to do something, I might not always know the answer right away, but I can usually sort of fumble my way through it. So feel free to reach out to me, and we'll catch you on the next one.